good job. We're happy with it. It saved us because we had tight end shortages at one time or another, and guys dinged up here or there. So,
He said he was hoping to catch one of these days.
like I said, Alex has done a really good job in the run game. You never know. You never know. That's the thing. People would like to think never, but we've seen stranger things than that too. So.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Is Rivera an NFL caliber tight end?
I think he is. I mean, you're asking me. I mean, I've coached him in the NFL. We try not to think too much about that here. Try to make sure we get ready for the next game, which is Vanderbilt. But yeah, I think he is. I think that he's got his areas he's got to work on. They all do. I mean, that's what I used to do for a living. I used to evaluate guys coming out, and Mike's one of those guys that probably needs to get better in the run game. Nothing I didn't tell him on Sunday. We still talk about it every week. But he probably will. He'll probably get bigger and stronger in the weight room, which he better, because if he does make it that level, then he's going to play grown-up SEC defensive ends every week instead of the ones that are in college right now. So.
Is Stacy one of the better return men in the conference? Is he the return guy this year?
Who's this now? You told me that.
Zach Stacy, Vandy.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, he's a good return guy, but you get numb to it a little bit in this conference. I mean, the guy at what's the kid, number 6 at Missouri? Murphy.
Marcus
yeah.
Murphy.
I mean, he was good. And it's every week in this conference, so we, and once again, we better be ready, because last week, we tried to work around Murphy a little bit, and guess what? Somebody else, we didn't do the right thing, and all of a sudden you look up and there he goes 80 yards back. And I said that last week. You're only as good as your last coverage, and we didn't do a good job, to be honest with you. The kid that took it back is a good player, but they don't get back there in the SEC unless they've got some talent.
Thanks.
The fake field goal when you scored the touchdown with Tyler Drummer, what were the things that you saw that you felt like make that play work?
Well, let me go on the record, and this is not sucking up to the boss at all. That's entirely the boss's call, and I mean that. I mean, he's got experience. You'll go back in his library. He's done that, and I've talked a lot about how important special teams is to him, and we saw it. We saw the alignment that gave it to us, but Coach made that call and worked on it during the week, and he made the call during the game, and I'm not sure whose eyes got as big as saucers, more me or Drummer, but I kind of looked at him, and like, are you sure? And he was, and it was a great call, great call, and so it ended up good.
Does Drummer have a poker face?
He didn't have a poker face when I told him we were running that. I know that much. It was like, are you serious? With the face of what he had. So I'm proud of those kids, and it's really great. I don't know. You coach as much as I have, 29 some years, and you see a kid like that, you get to have an experience like that, which obviously he'll never forget, or his family will never forget, and a lot of people that are friends of his will never forget. So I was really happy.
Back on Rivera, and I don't know how much you watch NFL now, but a lot of the NFL tight ends are more pass catchers than really good blockers. Have you noticed that?
Oh, they were then. I mean, you'd like to find, essentially when I was doing it, you found guys that were pass catchers that would kind of get in the way, and you'd find guys that would come out and they'd be, rock 'em, sock 'em, and line them up next to a tackle, and they might even be like Alex Bullard a little bit, but they not quite. You could still throw them passes. And then you would find the rare Wittens out there, and that they are hard to find. And so, what you strive to as a coach and you strive to as a tight end, I think, is to try to be both. But normally you have an area you have to work on. Michael has to always work on his run block and his pass block, because they'll be bigger and stronger when he gets to that level, if he gets to that level. And another guy might be somebody has to work on his route running and just try to be an efficient stick route runner or something like that. So there's not many Jason Wittens out there.
Well, do you ask Rivera to watch tape with Jason Witten, or somebody else maybe?
Ask him to, and he does. I mean, if you aspire to be something, you watch it. And yeah, we've got all kinds of NFL tape up there that he's seen, and we go over. And some of it's not as much physical as it is recognizing coverages. Understand when it's man, when it's zone, when his midfield's closed, open, and he came over today and his jersey was all. I'm like, dude, what's up? And he's like, to show you how much you're holding me. And I looked at him and said, get used to it, because that's what they do to tight ends. You grab them and hold them. And good tight ends make the catch when somebody's holding on to them.
Coach, in terms of Everyone here has seemed to have been pretty honest and candid about everything that's not going the way that you want it to go, and then that leads to potential distractions, that leads to clutter on the outside. But the way the guys have handled it on a weekly basis, is it about what you would expect from kids, or do the kids kind of exceed your expectations with the way they're able to kind of keep plugging through and fighting through every week and not listening to much?
I think a little of both. I think that football during the week is a routine business. Now, I'm not saying that you still can't wander off of that, but they understand each day when they come in what they've got to get done, and they understand why you're doing something. You don't do a whole lot during the week where you go like, wonder why we're doing that. And you know, the nature of this profession, the nature of this game, at the very heart of it is competitive. And you know, every week you go out there, you don't want to go out there and embarrass yourself. I don't. You know, the thing I told our tight ends, the thing I think about is you come to work sometimes, and I'm not saying that we wouldn't want to be 10-0, but you come to work and you're 10-0. I've been close to that. I've been on teams that have been 13-3, and I've been on teams that didn't win a game. And you know what? Everybody does the same thing. You go to work, you know, just like you guys and the lady that got up and went to work this morning. And that's what you do. I mean, and so how they've handled it on the field is kind of, you know, I guess I'm not that surprised if that's what you do. How they handle it out there, I'm probably not a good barometer for that, because I don't watch much TV. And you know, I can only imagine what they're getting there and what they're getting social media wise, and you know, what they're hearing. But what a great life learning experience. I mean, you know, I've been through it multiple times now, and so you know, I try to help them with that. Try to explain to them how it works, and Coach Dooley does a good job with that. But at the same time, you know, we're all going to have things like that happen to us. If this is the worst thing that ever happens to anybody, then on our football team, then they've had a pretty easy life. So it's like a lot of other things in football. It teaches them how not to listen to all the stuff going on, and try to focus on what you can control. And what you can control is here in the classroom and how you handle yourself on the street.